Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today we're going to be talking about all of the other dragon books that I have on my TBR. Now, we all know I am complete trash for Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. Complete. I am into this world. I'm into these books. I'm on the train. Now, I do have other books on my shelves that feature dragons, so I wanted to share those as well because those are starting to become a little bit more of a priority for people who are really enjoying Fourth Wing. They want to get into some more dragon books. So I'll show you the ones that I have. These are ones that I know for sure have dragons in them. I could have some more that have them that I just don't know about or I'm not aware of it yet. But these are the ones that really stood out to me that I'm like, okay, I know 100% for sure these have dragons in them. So I'm going to share those with you today. These are all books that I have not read yet. First one is Aragon. So I have Aragon and Eldest by Christopher Paolini. These are the first two books in the Aragon series. So this is a bind-up of the first two novels. He also just had a brand new book come out called Murtaugh, which is in this world as well. It's the first one that has come out in a very long time in this world. So a lot of people are really excited about it. And I do have that one as well. But yeah, I definitely want to read Aragon next year. This one is going to be a priority for me because I've not read it and I really want to. It is a very old series. He wrote Aragon when he was 16, I think. So yeah, but we'll see. But this is one series that I would like to get into and see what I think about the dragons in here. Okay, and then I have The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. This is book number 2 in the Poppy War series, and I have not read this one yet. I have read the Poppy War, loved it. So I haven't gotten to dragon parts that I remember. It's been a while since I've read Poppy War. I'd probably have to read a little bit of a refresher on the first book before I get into this one, but I definitely want to finish this series, but from what some of my research was telling me, there are dragons in this world. I just don't know that I've seen them yet. I very well could have, and I just kind of glossed over it or whatever. So we'll see. But yeah. And then a book exchange book that came to me from Amanda is the Temeraire novels by Naomi Novik. So the first one is His Majesty's Dragon. Second one is Throne of Jade. Third one is Black Powder War, and I have a bind up here. There are more books in this series. We have a lot of them at work. So this is a big series actually, but I do have the first 3 in this hardcover bind up that Amanda gifted me for our Christmas book exchange. So I'm very excited about this. I have tried to read Naomi Novik before and I didn't finish what I read, but it was also not dragons and all that stuff. So I definitely want to give this one a try and see what I think on how she does with dragons versus what I was reading before. So we'll see how it all works out. But yeah, a middle grade book that I have is called New Dragon City. This is by Mary Mancusi. And I love this cover. Definitely drew me in. But yeah, definitely dragons, obviously. And, there's a skyline here that has a whole bunch of dragons too flying. So, but I thought a middle grade would be fun to kind of see what this would be all about and how they're all done. And this one is signed, which is awesome. So yay fun. I did not actually even know that. Okay, I have one here by Patrick Ness, and that is called Burn. And this one I've heard is very different. I think it is a family who hires a dragon to help them with their crops and their farming. I vaguely remember hearing that. And yeah, so that's all I'm going to know about it going in. But I have heard interesting things about this one, but definitely dragon, for sure. It's not like a metaphor or anything. It's actual dragon. Okay, this next one is a series I've heard very, very good things about, and it's a completed series, so I should probably get on it. But that is Fireborn. This is by Rosaria Munda, and I've just heard very, very good things about this. All I know is that it's a fantasy, and it has dragons in it. Okay, this next one is interesting. This one is To Shape a Dragon's Breath. This is by Monquill Blackgoose. This one came out around the same time that Fourth Wing did. And from what I'm hearing, it's very similar in themes and a school and things like that to Fourth Wing. However, this got very much overlooked because Fourth Wing just took off and this one was not really talked about at all. So interesting. I'm not going to go into too much of it, but I have heard a very high comparison of this one to Fourth Wing. And this one is written by an Indigenous author. So there's going to be a little bit more of that in here too. So I think it'll be interesting to see and, get like a different voice in that. So, yep. Okay, this one is The Color of Dragons. This is by R.A. Salvatore and Erica Lewis. I have read Erica Lewis before and really enjoyed a middle grade series that she's writing. I have not read R.A. Salvatore before, but he is very popular in the fantasy genre. So this was 100% cover. I love this. This was on a TBR at one point, and I didn't get to it. I think this is one that my husband picked for me to read, and I didn't read it. I'm very bad about that. If my family puts books for me to read, those are the ones I don't read. It's fine. So still have it. Still like one of my favorite covers of all time. Now this one is interesting. So this is a Nora Roberts book. This is called The Awakening. There are 3 books in this series. I do have all 3 of them. And it's the Dragonheart Legacy. There are dragons in this book, in this series. However, this is a romance. So this is like shelved in the romance area of our store. It's not shelved in fantasy, which is interesting. So I don't know. We'll see. I've heard very good things about it, though. It comes highly recommended from a good friend of mine, and we have very similar reading tastes. So, okay, and then we have The Shadow of the Gods by John Gwynne. I have not gotten into this yet because I am still wanting to read The Faithful and the Fallen series first. We're not talking about it. But this one obviously has a dragon right straight on the cover. I do not know how heavily the dragons are in this book. I feel like when this first came out, I heard they're not like the main focus of the book. They're just kind of there, which is fine. But if they're in here, then that's cool. That's all I need. And I definitely 100% trust John Gwynne to take me on a grand adventure. And if dragons are there, I'm here for it. And last but not least, and probably the next dragon book I'm going to read is The Fires of Vengeance. This is by Evan Winter. This is book number 2 in his series. The first one was called The Rage Dragons. So this is book number 2. And I do plan to read this probably next time I pick up a dragon book. I have plans to read this with my friend April. We read the first one together and loved it. And so definitely want to get into the second one. We actually planned to have it done already, but life was happening for both of us. So we decided to put it off a tiny bit, but I think like very early after Christmas, we're going to probably pick this one up. Dragons are involved in this story, but again, they're more of a backdrop and they're more of an aspect of this world. They do serve a purpose, and we got more of that towards the end of the first book, but they are not the main focus. I'll say that. There's not dragons like all over the place, everywhere, all the time, that type of thing. But the purpose that they serve is really cool. So yeah, but we might get more of them in this one, to be honest, the way the last one ended. So yep, but definitely excited to read this one. Hey guys, that is 11 dragon books that I am fully aware of on my shelves that I would like to read. And let me know down below what kind of dragon books you have read. Let me know if there are series or books that you know of that have dragons in them. Let me know what those are down below. Maybe I have somewhere I'm just not fully aware of it yet, which is totally fine. And yeah, I would love to know. And if you have read any dragon books that you would highly recommend, please let me know that as well. And I will see you guys again soon. Hope you have a great day. Bye.